won't show any code or anything because it's going to be hard to dive into React in 5 minutes. I'm just going to explain like some key concepts and why you should use React. So what is React? It's not a framework. It's just a small Vue library. So um, aiming in helping you to create UI really easily. We all know that using jQuery and creating those complex UIs, we just go crazy when we have a small bug and we don't know how to fix it because it's full of side effects and it can come from anywhere. So React is trying to fix this. So some of the good points of React are like those 3 points. Composability, because React is going to force you to create really small components, having only one specific responsibility. So at the end, you're going to have like a kind of a tree of UI components, really easy to think about, and the relationship between parents and children, and the siblings don't know anything about like a UI component won't know anything about its siblings, only about its parent. And so it makes it really easy to think about your UI as a whole. Flexibility, because you don't have to go full React when you want to start to use React. You can just create a small widget using React and have it on your website and iterate from there to have a more complex UI after that. And predictability, which is, in my opinion, the biggest point, because basically your UI components are going to become pure, so no side effects whatsoever. You just give them a set of properties before they render, and you can like know exactly what's going to be rendered. So it makes it really easy to debug. When you have a bug, you just have to go in one specific method, which is the render method, and check what you get from your parent or what you have in your state, and just decide, and you can just know what it should be. So React follows the principle of data going down and actions going up. So basically your parent is going to give you a set of properties before you render, and this is the data going down, and it can also give you a callback that you can just call when you have to interact with your parent. So you can imagine like you have a event handler, like a click handler on a button, and you just call the callback of your parent, and you don't even know what it's going to do with it. So React does this using the concept of properties or props that are given by your parent, and they are like immutable. You can just read them, but you can modify them. So it's like making sure you don't have any side effects. But as a component, you can also manage your own state, which is basically your encapsulated behavior, and also decide what you give to your children if you have any. There is only one method to remember out of React. It's setState. SetState is just going to trigger a re-render of your UI. And this is when the famous virtual DOM is kicking in. Virtual DOM, basically, it's a separate representation of your DOM tree. And what it does, it takes your previous state and the new one and compare the two, and can compute the smallest set of updates to do to your DOM tree. So basically when we say you re-render, you don't re-render your whole UI, you just re-render the parts that are really changing between two states. That's how React is also really fast, and a lot of libraries and frameworks are taking those ideas and implementing them. Lately Ember did Glimmer based on the virtual DOM and React. So how can you start? It's pretty easy. You create your first widget and you just mount it to a div. As I said before, you don't have to go full React. You can just start small and implement more and more UIs. How do you manage your data? It's just a view layer, so if you want to manage a big set of data, you should use Flux. So it's not the point of React. React has a great ecosystem. React Router, which is just routing in your React app. React Hot Loader to have changes without reloading. React Native, which is creating native applications using JavaScript and React. Relay GraphQL, Jest for unit testing, and Immutable JS to use pure mixins and so on, and many more. To finish, I'm organizing the React meetup in Sorrento Valley, so I'm always looking for speakers. So if you're interested in giving a talk or just come at the meetup, it's still fairly small, but we have some great talks. So just let me know if you're interested. Thank you.